Welcome back to another video. It has been a long couple of days and I'm in rare form. So if you like those kind of videos, you're in for a treat. Grab your popcorn and your mixed drink. And it's coming from all fronts, several projects. So if you don't like the rude, crude, grumpy dad type videos, please just go ahead and just turn it off now. And I'll sacrifice the watch hours and stuff like that, because if you don't like the rude and crude videos, this one ain't gonna be for you. Because like I said, it's coming from a bunch of different places. And today is Tuesday. I apologize I didn't do a video yesterday. It was Labor Day, doing a couple of things with the family, running some ham radio contest, and just didn't have time to come and work on a video. I contemplated going back and forth if I was even gonna do a video today. Like I said, I've had several projects put me in the PO stage. Um, but when I recently just read the news about Wingbits, they deserve me to do a video for them. And I'm gonna get more into that. But they're the reasons why I'm doing this video. But I think the whole rest of this video is gonna be a negative rant from beginning to end. First thing I want to say is, if y'all can just take the time, please, two things. Hit the like button. I just tell you how negative it's going to be that y'all going to hit the like button. Please hit the like button to try to get people to learn about some of these projects, stuff like that, that y'all support the channel. Y'all want me to keep going with all this I'm doing. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But my biggest thing right now, I can really ask y'all, please, is I'm trying to build up my other channel, the Grumpy Dad Outdoors. For people who have been with me for the last 14 months, this channel started off as a everything type channel, crypto along with outdoors and fishing and hunting and stuff like that. But because of YouTube algorithm, this channel would not grow and would not be advertised, or whatever you want to call it, show up in people's algorithms, because it was on so many different subjects. So some of y'all suggested just break it off, and do the cooking, Southern cooking, Cajun cooking type videos and stuff on another channel, which is called the Grumpy Dad Outdoors. And as y'all can see in this video right here, it has 17 subscribers in a year. So, you know, I don't do any advertising with it or anything like that. It's, you know, you can see on the bottom how it has been jumping around, uploading videos. I've been so busy with this crypto passive income stuff and everything going on in life that I don't have time to go fishing. Hunting season ain't came up yet. So I started also adding some ham radio stuff into it, just to kind of give it another thing to do videos on. But if y'all could just maybe head over there, hit the subscribe button for me, like a few videos, I appreciate it. Help me, just subscribe to it. And if you don't want to watch it, just don't watch the videos or something. I don't know. It just kind of feels deflating that I had people ask me to do it, and I'm sitting there making these videos and stuff, and I got 17 subscribers. But we got to worry about this channel. We got to worry about crypto and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's been coming in from all directions, and I know sometimes, you know, my friends and family remind me I am a tad bit negative sometimes. I don't know where to get that from, but several projects have had PP'd in my Cheerios, and it. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, this is not gonna be a long video. I know I say it every time, and I laugh because I say this ain't gonna be a long video, but I'm telling you right now, this ain't gonna be an hour video. I'm skipping through a lot of this stuff, and I'm gonna hit on just some quick things on. So, like, where did it start off at? Well, I did a video Saturday, and I kind of briefly discussed it, but the project that I originally started my page about, or my YouTube channel, kind of discussing, it even had a Facebook page at one time, that project that we really don't even say their name anymore, you know, it's kind of like I've did several videos on it. I told myself I'm leaving them alone and I'm not getting involved in them. And I'm just not even gonna bring it up on the channel. I'm not even gonna give them clout. But it's kind of like I've did videos before about them poking the bear. And They know how I feel about the project. They know what's in my what's on my videos. They could tell people they're not watching them, but yet people contact me about stuff they say about them. And but somebody will make a comment down here and say they're not worried about you, not worried about you. No, they are, because I got a text. What I'm getting at is, like, it's kind of like the bear that falls asleep over there. Hey, that bear hasn't gotten up in a while. Let's go poke it. And so Friday night, I get a text about, look what I got. I finally got my stuff from Defli. Well, first of all, that box, the picture of that, it's a black box with just some wires hanging out inside of a brown box that got shipped with no padding around it, nothing like that. You're an admin, so who cares if you got it when you got all these other people who have made videos and discussed that they've never gotten anything. I'm not going through this whole thing again. Y'all know my videos in the past. He's trying to tell me other people got items also. I reached out to some people on Twitter, X, whatever, that I know that we have been in a project together or has contacted me. At one time, I just go through my little message history and find them. Hey, did you get anything for your money? Is it, any kind of updates? Nope, I got banned, don't know nothing about it. So, said, okay, let me reach out to a little more people. So on our Facebook group, I go and make a post, a poll. If you ever got anything, vote on the poll, whatever. Some people got a refund. Hey, I'm happy they got refunds. They were banned when asking for refunds. And then you have people who purchased and never received anything. So far, this has been 3 days now, and this Facebook group was based originally off this project. I haven't received it yet. Now look, I'm not trying to do this bash Defli thing again. I have said over and over that I'm done with it. Whatever happens to them at this point, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not digging into it. I don't care. I got people that send me all the time stuff from Discord and on Twitter and whatever. This is what they're saying now and that. I don't care. I don't. And honestly, they have completely pivoted to some different project that they're not even calling the D-Pin no more. They're calling it some other goofy name. His latest thing is D-Pin is oversaturated. It's a flawed concept. Oh, all these successful companies, because you weren't successful because you lie all the freaking time. So now it's, they started their own category. Defli's come up with their own category, CFI, crypto funded infrastructure. What's the difference? You're still involved in crypto. You cry all the time that people only in this for money and they're not worried about the project, they're only in for money. How's that going to change anything? And I got people sending me stuff as I'm making this video. So this is just getting me worse. Is him talking about he's so upset right now with this Wingbits thing, and he's like a jealous crybaby, and you can tell just by reading it that that's all this is. When he's talking about how Wingbits is, and I'm gonna talk about this announcement a little bit. I'm not trying to get into it now, but basically, you lied so much, nobody's gonna believe nothing, and that's at the point. And even with this pivot, nobody believes you put up 48 stations around the Albanian airport. He's sharing a link right now. The US DOD announced additional CUAS equipment for Ukraine, as if that's going to be his. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Instead of showing any kind of evidence of anything, it's just these stupid, we're still waiting for the Walmart 100 and something stations or whatever that was. It's always something. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what happens to Defli. If it becomes successful, congratulations to the people. I have friends in it that are stuck for a lot of money. I'm upset because my $1,600 I know I'll probably never see again. Yes, I got 150, 160,000 fly that was recently dropped to me. I have not touched it. I'm trying to let anybody else go to the $20 worth of pool, liquidity pool they got, and let my viewers who came into that project because they might have saw a video of me, I'd rather see them get a little bit of that money first. If somehow that ever becomes real liquidity that he's been proclaiming, again, I got the post right here, but I can't post them because if I post anything with their name on it, he will get my channel shut down again for copyright. Even though it's on the World Wide Web for anybody to see, he's trying to claim copyright, and I'm not going through that with him again. So I can't post any of it. But he's been sitting here promising people for a month now that there will be all this liquidity coming into this fly pool so people can do something with it. And right now it's excuse after excuse of why it ain't there. The same games for over 12 months. And it does disappoint me. I'm not considering a lot of anybody because I know when I do this on the channel, I've told people in private this. What upsets me is you look on their Discord and they got new people that are getting roped into it constantly. And again, I've did videos on this just recently. It spits in the face of what we tell everybody. Do your own research. There's no way you're getting in this project without doing research. If you did your research at all, because there's not a single positive thing anywhere other than some Medium articles that he's written that would convince you to get into this. And then they're trying to convince people that they sold 48 NFTs for, I don't know, it was like $700 a piece. But when you look at it, somebody bought 20 and then somebody else bought like 12 or 13 or 14. So that was 34 to 48 right there. Who do you think bought that or is holding that? Do you really think a customer came by and bought 20 of them at that? Or did they make that up to make it look like somebody was holding it? I can't stand scammers. I can't stand, like, when one wants to call me about something, I just sit there and curse them out and hang up on them. I'm done with this subject over and over. Just leave me alone. I'm not going to bring up y'all's project on this channel. And that's it. So moving on. I'm very upset at myself that all that just happened. I just want y'all to know that. And I'm being for real. I can't let that stupid group still get to me. And they do. And that I'm being dead honest. The biggest part is I can't stand to watch new people get roped into it. It upsets me. It really does. Anyway, moving on. Seriously, done with it. Doors closed behind me with them. The positive news. Let's go to the positive. We need the positive. So we're gonna flip flop a little bit, move a little bit further down the chart. We're gonna talk about the big news that came out today. That seems to be big news. It's exciting, and I don't know nothing about it. That shows you how sidetracked I am, and I feel bad because they deserve much better. And everybody knows that Wingbits is, you know, been a very big, you know, part of the stuff that I have been working on. And I am the godfather of the golf. But I don't know if I'm gonna be the godfather of the golf for this new announcement, because I don't know what to make of it. If they are moving, pivoting, I don't know what's going on. But for the project, instead of me being selfish, for the project itself, I'm trying to get it to where my name will stay right there, but it doesn't want to go straight. So for the project itself, I think this is huge. Wingbits Geodnets enter a partnership to revolutionize global aviation flight tracking infrastructure. Ladies and gentlemen, I joke, and it's time to be serious. We talked about some of these projects that are, like, especially some of the ones I'm upset with right now, like you'll just have to wait and see. About these goofy partnerships where you can get a discount at a store or something like that. And I've always said, I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about real partnerships where they're actually working together. Boom, here you go. Wingbits Geodnet entering this partnership. They're coming out with this particular device now. Now, I'm going to tell y'all again, I am doing a very quick high oversight of this announcement because I plan on doing a full deep dive video on this. I'm hoping tomorrow, but I do have some meetings tomorrow during the day, and I don't want this to be a half, you know what, type video. I want it to be a good video that is I want to get some information from these guys to break it down a little simpler and tell us what the hell this really all means. And I want to get that information and bring it to y'all. What I also plan on doing is, if you watch that video tomorrow, I have some goodies thanks to the Bit Harvest guys. That's why I keep posting my hat both ways. BitHarvest actually sent me some goodies to give out. Been holding on to them for a good video. I think this Wingbits Geodnet announcement will be part of a good. And look, this ain't this the cheap black ones that Grumpy used to be giving away because he had all these from Ham Project. So when we first started messing with ADSB and we didn't know better, and I was giving these. Now I will offer these, but we're talking about. They sent me the good ones. Wingbits hooked your boy up, and I'm not doing more Wingbits station anytime soon. I'll tell you, I'm comfortable. They got the real ones, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Watch that video tomorrow. There'll be clues throughout the video, and you could win $40 ADSB. There's also some other stuff in here that I haven't really gone through yet, but 1090 soft filters. So for some of y'all, I know some of y'all are using these, or you're using some of the air spots that you do have to provide your own filter. Boom. They even gave me a 915 bandpass filter for a helium device, if you want a bandpass filter for that. And I got some more in here. Y'all better catch that video tomorrow. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. But anyway, so Geodnet Wingbits has joined together. Wingbits has grown over 2,080 stations. Under the partnership agreement, Geodnet and Wingbits will jointly qualify new professional-grade flight tracking nodes to provide reliable and trusted ADSB and remote ID tracking data. The two nodes each are outdoor qualified with multiple network options as described. And here they are. Now, we knew that Wingbits was going to some type of their own device and getting away from the self-built ones, but for those people who were within those 2,000, I did a full video on this, so this should be, if y'all doing your homework, y'all should know. But if you're within that 2,000, like my 14 devices are, and the other ones that I help take care of, we good. We're grandfather. Now, y'all know me. Y'all come here because I'm the straight shooter. Just because I really like these guys doesn't mean I'm going to give them a soft pass. What does this mean for the grandfather ones? You know, is this going to be all separate rewards? Does this mean that, you know, kind of like, and I'm not saying this is what's happening, but this is what my concern is you have like people who have HIVEMAPPER and have some of the original cameras who are doing good, and they try and tell everybody to go to the B, and the B is going to be better rewards than the people at the original one. Well, that ain't really right, because these guys have been busting their butts and building this project for y'all and stuff like that. And that's just a way. I'm not getting into HIVEMAPPER right now, but that's my concern is, again, this is just me at high level, briefly looking over it. I could be 100% wrong. And that's why I want to get the full deets for all of y'all to find out what is exactly this going to do for the project. What's it going to be for all that? Hey, they've been telling me they're willing to do an AMA with me. I have been putting it off because I wanted to do it with a real computer, with a real office, to give them the like what they deserve, and not this half, you know what, production value. And maybe I might just have to get the AMA done with them so that they can come in, maybe explain this. I don't know. Despite what my little bitty concerns are, for the project itself, this is awesome. I think it's going to help Geodnet out. I think it's going to help Wingbits out. We know Wingbits is right around the corner from going mainnet. This might be perfect timing. You know, I hope it doesn't delay it, but who knows? Again, I can't be selfish. I have to remind myself that it doesn't matter if I have all these hospital bills stacking up at my house from all the health problems I had early this year, and my kids, and had also, that I have to put that stuff aside. And, you know, I'm going to have to tell the Lambo dealership to hold off just 1 second. I'll tell you what, Grumpy can't fit in the Lambo, so you don't have to worry about seeing him in the Lambo. Again, I'm joking, but for the project itself, I think this is going to be big, and I'll have a full, complete video on this, what it should be. I'm going to try to get that done tomorrow, but hey, if I'm still doing homework and I'm still learning stuff and I'm doing back and forth, it could be Thursday, could be Friday, could be whatever. I don't even know what day of the week this is. I was off yesterday, so whatever. Either way, this is a great announcement. I'm happy for Wingbits, and if it does anything, it legitimizes Wingbits. If that's the biggest take right now, as of right now, about this, is Geodnet is an established company. We know they got customers that are using their stuff, because that's why they have those certain bursting areas or whatever you want to call them, and so we know they're a legit company. And now this also solidifies that Wingbits also is, because Geodnet wouldn't be partnering with them. The best part is, and I really can't show it, because if I show it, I know my video's gonna get taken down, and that's what kills me. But I really want to show y'all what this Jack Donkey is saying. I'm talking about Defli, and he's trying to give Wingbits advice on how to do this their project about going to their CFI. And if consider for a moment how Wingbits could use their CFI. Shut up, dude. Shut up. You're jealous because nobody's going to even touch your project. And that's all it is. So please don't give Wingbits any advice. Please don't give them any advice. Not that they would listen to them. This is a great RAN company. I've talked to these guys a lot. Shut up, dude. Shut up. So I'm not really going to go through these charts and save y'all the boredom for that and pretend like I know what the hell I'm talking about. Basically, all I'm going to tell y'all is Bitcoin's doing exactly what I said it was going to do. I talked about it in the last couple of Saturday videos. It's going to keep ping-ponging back and forth, up and down, up and down. And we're still in this same channel. You ping up, you go down. You ping up, you go down. Go up to 60, go down to 50, go up to 60. Now you're back down to 50 again. I think it's going to continue doing this until the election. I keep saying it over and over. All right, moving on to what y'all really came here for. I don't even know how many minutes later we're into this now. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going through all these right now. Nobody sits here and watches this for an hour. Some of the stuff is the same repeated stuff, if y'all want to hear that. So if y'all thought the whole grumpiness was in the beginning, guess what? You're in for more. First thing you notice with this mainnet section is NATIX. NATIX is lucky I have them on the page right now. Yes, that is a big 180 pivot of everything you've heard me say in the last month or two, especially in the last 30 days, because I don't want to get into that just yet, the detail. I'm going to get into NATIX when it comes to that. Geodnet, hey, my Geodnet with my new Wi-Fi thing I've been put up there. Yes, it was pain in the butt to have to run a whole new Wi-Fi up there. However, it's staying connected. Made $195 since last week. And so I got about $116. I'm making $3.65 a day right now, which, hey, that makes it first place. Geodnet's been going kind of sideways, which I think is a good thing right now when you look at the market being down from 60-something to 50-something. So over the last 7 days, Geodnet's, it says it's up 5%, but basically it's been the same, 14 cents all week. And for the month, it's been exactly the same also. They're burning, they're doing their stuff, and it's still holding strong. Moving on to WeatherXM, nothing new, nothing exciting. They're on mainnet. It's going on. Still getting my 3.2 tokens per day, which makes it to be about $1.38 a day I'm making with the current pricing. And they still have not gotten onto CoinMarketCap, which I have an issue with, but it is what it is. Y'all have heard me complain enough so far. I still got more complaining to do. NATIX. That's what y'all came here for. Y'all know that I can't stand having egg on my face, and I got it. And I have pushed NATIX. And look, y'all know how I am on this channel. I tend to think that's why I got over 16,000 subscribers. Is when I have egg in my face, or if I have to eat crow, I'm gonna sit here and come on here and tell y'all. And right now, I got a big old full gumbo full of crow gumbo right now, because NATIX has made me look like a complete donkey's butt, and I'm not happy over it. I sat here and proclaimed how over the last month, when you took what I gained 120,000 tokens between the HODL bonus and what I drove, which ended up being $5 a day. And I did videos on it, and I touted that and told everybody to share my link and stuff like that. couldn't wait. I haven't sold anything. I've not touched anything. So I'm still at 100% HODL score. I'm thinking I'm gonna get another one like that. And I got 15,000. So I went from 100 to 15. I'm asking in the Discords, what in the blue, you know what is going on? And I'm like, what in the wild world of sports is going on with this? So, I came on here and I asked, basically, like, how do I know what NATIX, how's this broken down or anything? And check your dashboard was the response. So you go check, and I spelled it all out. I had 278,000 last month. Now I have 293. So I only made 15,000. How's it broken down between HODL reward, airdrop, or was it the actual monthly rewards? You can check your notifications. So when you check my notifications, it says I got 15,000 tokens, period. That's it. So is there no such thing as a HODL bonus anymore? The airdrop stuff's over with. Like, just listen, I have been the biggest defender of this project when people came on this channel and people came on my Facebooks and my Twitters and my videos here talking about how this is some negative stuff about this project. And I sat in and said, look, it's a free project. Come on now. It's a free project. You're making whatever. This hurts because I was led to believe that by not selling anything and by holding the amount of tokens I was doing everything right. I would be getting that kind of consistent rewards. And now I go from 120,000 increase to 15,000. So basically it's 105,000 less tokens, which ends up being 50 cents a day right now at the current pricing. Now they put this email out earlier about, oh, we're gonna start burning some more and doing all. Hey, well, you know what? Instead of burning, send it out to us. But and I know somebody's gonna have some smart, you know what to say about it. And y'all can tell I'm trying not to ramble on. I'm trying not to make this video a too long, crazy video, but I'm not happy. So they burn some tokens. I never thought I'd say this, but there's a part of me that really even though the helium technically doesn't make enough to put in that third place, I'm salty over this NATIX thing. And part of me wants to say that at least the helium project is sustaining project. It's been around for a while. You know it ain't going nowhere. That alone maybe should put it in third place. Because, again, NATIX doesn't cost anything. You can use an old phone, whatever. Hey, it accumulates. You're making, 50 cents a day, $15 a month. It adds up. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see what the responses are. Everybody went quiet on that. When I started breaking all that down, the Discord's going, and when I started putting all that and breaking it down like that, the Twitter, the Discord has literally stopped, like somebody pulled the plug on it. Trying to see. So it's been 15 minutes. Really, it all stopped at 6:22, which was an hour and 10 minutes ago that I put where this is what I made, blah, 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 blah. How's it broken down? And it just stopped. Helium IoT, I'm still making about 6,200 a day right now of IoT. The price action has kind of stayed the same. It went up 6%, which I don't know. Let me see, 0.001, 0.012. So it went up a tad over the last 7 days. For the month, it's still up 60%. I think that's very good. I like the price action. I like where it's going. I hold a lot of IoT. It'd be funny if some of these other projects that I was counting on, like NATIX and Soarchain and Silencio and end up not being nothing burners or something like that. And IoT is the one that bails me out of debt. Look at HNT. I still say nobody saw this coming. I don't know what the hell's going on that helium could be doing this, but still up 69% for the month. I hope it keeps going. I still hold a good amount of good amount of HNT. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I didn't update this, but I have been doing like this every other day thing. Y'all know every day when I'm playing Call of Duty and drinking my Biowater bourbon. Hopefully, they can do online sales at some point for how much I push that stuff, so that y'all know exactly. I got people asking me, begging me to send it to them. But anyway, getting off track here. Normally, y'all know when I'm playing Call of Duty at night, I download all my IoT and I convert it to Solana. What I have been doing is because I am, could be wrong, but just because of what helium's doing, I don't, in case it does keep going up, we're not even close to this bull market. I still say bull market's not starting until after this presidential election. And it's going to be a little bit after that, depending on who gets elected. Just in case this thing does, look, this is not financial advice. I know nothing this channel is financial advice. This is just me thinking out loud, ranting out loud, crying out loud. Just in case helium does go back up to $40, $35, $30, $20. So it's 3 or 4x from today. So I have been every other day, I have been converting my IoT to HNT, putting it in my Exodus wallet to lock it away, and that's what I'm going back and forth with. So, and then, you know, at some point I'll probably go back to just converting it to Solana, but who knows? Again, you know, that's still making $7 a day. So I'm still buying 21 or $28, even if, you know, you do it every 3 or 4 days of Solana every week. So it's still accumulating. So moving on to DIMO. DIMO's another one that PP'd in my Cheerios today. My device that I had issues with a while back, if y'all remember that story, and the customer service told me to delete it, and it was the wrong thing that person got me confused with somebody else he was helping, and then I lost all kinds of stuff and it wouldn't connect back. But now that one is trying to say, I don't know if you can see it or not, it says it hasn't been seen in 18 years. Even though I got rewards for it 2 days ago, so they know it's online. It's been stuck in that same GPS location for a while now. And, you know, now they want me to open up a ticket. And of course they said, like, they've never seen that before. You know, what kind is it? And different things like that. So we'll see what the ticket says that I open, whatever they figure out. I know it went through an update 3 or 4 days ago. I had to update it. And after updated, that's how it's been stuck since. So again, I got my rewards for Sunday, so they got 5 days left to fix it. Price action's been the same, flat for the last for the last 7 days. For the month, you know, there was this actually there was this little jump here. I don't know what's going on, but that's 1 day, 7 days. So 7 days. So you did have a jump actually to like 20 cents. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what kind of news they had. I don't know what was up with that. But yep, they jumped up to almost 20 cents and then right back down to 15. So I don't know. There wasn't any burning because you can see the max supply, total supply is still the same. You know, for the month, they're down 7%, which really still ain't that bad. It was at 16 cents a month ago, 15 cents now. So, you know, y'all know one of my biggest issues with them is I still have not ROI'd yet. I'm close. You know, 90 times three of them, that was $270. I'm at $262. We're on day 247 of the year. So I'm probably going to beat out this 312 days to ROI thing. But again, I got a discount on mine. They're normally $99 a piece. I paid $89 because there was a special at the time for 3 of them for $89. If you buy 3 or more, it was $89 a piece. But then I also paid shipping, but I'm not worried about that part of it. So, Yep, I'm still making 32 cents per day on DIMO. But if you want to get in DIMO, I got a code underneath. So CHIRP had this gigantic airdrop, all these challenges going on. I was involved in all of them. I was involved in all these tracker things, and I did videos on signing up for all the contests and stuff like that. And I won 0. Nope. Please try again. Nothing. So one of the announcements was that check your SUI wallets, because first round of NFTs have dropped, and then you receive CHIRP airdrop and all this stuff like that for all the contests that they did. And nope. But I mean, I got my NFTs, and again, this project is going to be way bigger than these goofy little contests that were going on. That was some test things for some gaming or something like that. But that, I joke, this project's gonna be way too big other than these little contests they were doing. So I still have a lot of faith in them. But you know, you got the people still asking about when's PGE and all the stuff like that. I think they kept telling people Q3. But despite the way I look right now, I am excited for this project. I think this project's gonna be good. Moving on to Wingbits. I talked about the good news with Wingbits in the beginning of this. I think, again, I think this is going to be a huge deal. My sad news that has me all depressed is my #1 station. If y'all caught my video Saturday, which I'm sure y'all did, I'm sure y'all keeping up with everything in my life. My #1 station that was only 10 feet off the ground, that I like to tell everybody, goes to show you, you never know unless you try. But that gave me the Godfather of the Gulf nickname. I had to go take that down. The guy's moving fishing camps, so I lost my spot. You know me, I'm not one to rest, and I'm willing to give away my left thumb the right deal. And I am working with somebody right now, which will actually be on that same coastline, right on the Gulf, literally no more than 20, 30 feet from the Gulf, actually about 40 feet higher, which I am intrigued to see if that will actually get me to the next hexes closest to Cuba. So yeah, that device alone was getting me between 250 to 300 wings a day. It's now offline. Moment of silence. And it was actually covering these bottom hexes. But again, if you see how dark my purple is, I was getting full rewards down here. So I'm hoping that maybe silver lining is that by going up another 40 or 50 feet, maybe this will push me into the next hexes. So I'll regain my hexes here and maybe another hex. Who knows? Maybe I can hit the Yucatan Peninsula and pretend like I'm in Cancun. I don't know. I do know every time I try to go see what my lifetime earnings are, everything just freezes. So I don't know if there's an issue right now going on with that. Now the whole thing's frozen. So up there, there's lifetime right there. 328,000 wings. Come up here and 328,000 wings. Just so we can keep up with it. I think that's what it was. 508. So we'll have to see what goes on with this. And again, I'm doing a deep dive video later. Soarchain T-Soar. It's been a rough. Y'all think I had a rough week? Y'all seen my shorts. I'm hoping y'all saw my post on my Facebook. Please make sure you are a member of the Facebook group, the DPIN group, Facebook, and also the Wingbits unofficial announcement thing, which I do have to go update. Thanks for the reminder, y'all. And my Twitter. On my Twitter, I update this kind of stuff. Soarchain forced everybody to do an update. It was an automatic update. They thought they were doing good. When you link your device, it automatically updated the firmware. It screwed the pooch. As soon as you walked away 1 foot from that car, I'm not exaggerating, you can go check the Discords, it would disconnect. Every time you got back in your car, you could not reconnect to it unless you power cycled the whole device or you pressed the button. This morning, which was about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. my time, mine received an update, and it has been good ever since then. So I'm up to 17,658 tokens. That's only 2,200 tokens more than it was last week, which I think is a little bit down. No. It was way up, actually. Hold on. 1281. So I'm actually up 1,000 that I normally get for the week. I've been working it. Been doing a lot of driving. So that is Soarchain. No update on any kind of TGE or anything like that. Silencio, I don't know who this guy is that y'all are so freaking in love with, but y'all keep posting this dude because saying the noise hunter. Do I remember saying y'all gonna make me curse on my channel? I don't care, dude. I mean, look, he's in Silencio, so am I. And then like he just keep posting this stuff. I almost slipped and said another word. And then they post again. Now they got a challenge for Sam to go watch Sam's story. Silencio, we ain't worried about Sam. Ain't worried about him. I'm sick of hearing about him for months. Get your project together. It's a cool project. I enjoy doing it. I make sure I do it no matter where I go. But come on, man. Get on mainnet. Quit worrying about what kind of underwear Sam's got on, or if he's wearing pink underwear, or if he wears underwear at all, or what kind of socks he has on, or if he likes rain or snow. I don't care. Don't care. All right. And I'll say almost last. Upside. This one also upset me. And it's not for what y'all think it is. I'm not worried about the little bit that I make if y'all join. I'm really hoping it's just because a lot of y'all are already in Upside, has been around for a while. I made another $9. You know, at $9 a day, I mean, $9 a week is what I made. The week before that, I made 5. The week before that, I made 14. It all depends on which stations I go to and which ones have bonuses, stuff like that. But at $9 a day, I'm making better than NATIX and Helium put together, if you average it up. Listen, just because it ain't crypto, majority of y'all need gasoline in your vehicles. Check out my link. Get on Upside. Hey, if you join with my link, it automatically gives you a couple of dollars in your bank already. $5, $10. I don't want to lie to you. I don't remember what it is, but get in Upside. Y'all are pumping gas anyway. Majority of y'all are pumping gas anyway in your vehicle. Join it. And if you don't like it, then don't use it. But don't turn away the money. HIVEMAPPER. This was the one that kicked me in my kneecap early when I started putting some of this together. And I think what upsets me is, like a Karen, I don't know where to go complain at, because this is their Discord. I'm not a newbie, but I'm not mapping yet. I'm not in dash cam setup because I ain't got my B. But you see me rubbing my head here. There's a new burst in New Orleans, Louisiana. What good is it if it's in New Orleans if I don't have my B yet? There's no talk of where the freaking bees are, or the cameras, or anything. This is Q3. They're supposed to come Q3. Q3 probably ending soon if somebody knows how to split up. But I'm pretty sure Q3 is ending soon. We're getting into Q4. There's no talk where the hell my B is. I keep saying I could take that $400-something and finish my freaking computer build and whatever. But there's still all these roads around me that have not been mapped. But then you got people arguing in the newbie section on how much you're going to make by that. Q3 technically is July, September. So technically, I guess, you know, they're not late yet, or whatever you want to call it. There's no talk about it. But it still says the B will ship Q3. I was in the early queue because I already had a device ordered beginning of the year, and I moved it over. Telling you, my area, the only reason I keep holding on to this, my area has no map. You have the main roads, that interstate, U.S. highway, that is mapped, and that is it. That is it. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm waiting for a long time for this thing. If I go and start mapping all these roads on my days off or whatever like that, or when I'm running errands or going to my daughter's sports games or something like that, and I end up getting 50 cents like I did with NATIX, y'all think this is a rant and nasty video. God bless you. And I keep trying to warn myself that when I get my B, that means everybody's getting their B. But when I get my B, I will be getting more than what the people who already had those cameras. I'm telling y'all, I change my mind all the time. I still want this. Price actions basically stayed the same in the last 7 days. 0.69 cents, 0.67 cents. I call it the same thing. For the month, you're up 3%, but basically it's the same thing. Right at 6 cents, 6 cents. For the year, though, is where you notice how HIVEMAPPER had its good times, and it has slowly just crept down in this direction. So, BitHarvest, I talked earlier about the special that I'm going to do with some giveaways in the next couple of videos, especially whenever I get this Wingbits video, since that kind of goes hand in hand with that. BitHarvest also has one of their BitHarvest also has one of their own kind of giveaway that they're doing. Also, a little contest. Also, I don't want to give that one away. I want you to go to the bitharveststudio Discord, which you can go to their website, bitharvest.studio, and go into the Discord and see what they're doing. They're doing a giveaway of some fry stuff like that. I want y'all to go take a look at it, to get y'all to go into their Discord to see what these guys are doing, to go to their website, and you can see what they're doing. So y'all go check out bitharvest.studio. Frying grass, I don't have the energy. Sorry. So again, I know this probably video went longer than one. I know it's not gonna be an hour, even if I gotta delete some stuff out of it. I'm sorry I had this horrible attitude. It's not professional of me. I'm sorry, but as y'all can see, it was repeated kicks between the testicles and the knees, between several different things that just kind of aligned up perfectly. So I'm sure that if I win the lottery Wednesday night or something, it will really cheer me up. But I still think the future is great for a lot of these projects, and I have to keep reminding myself that. The NATIX was a kick in the gut. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, in summary, NATIX was a kick in the gut. Just because I defended them so much over the last 30 days, and arguing with people and just different things like that, and I feel like the wolves pulled over me. I'm hoping that there just was no hodl airdrop yet or something like that that helps this number out a little bit, because it's going to be very disappointing if that's the case. Hey, positive, it's still better than helium and DIMO. In helium and DIMO, you had to pay for it. So I guess that saying is still good. Wingbits, I'm excited about this Wingbits thing. I know y'all can probably capture that. Listen, my two most exciting projects right now in this are CHIRP and Wingbits. I'll be honest with you. We've kind of seen what they've done. Now it's their turn. It's the next generation. I guess you could. No, hold on, don't put on. That's the next generation. You know, Geodnet partnering with. You know, I'm not negative about Geodnet at all. WeatherXM, I knew what I was getting into that one. I'm just into the weather. NATIX, I just talked about NATIX, helium and IoT and DIMO. We know where we're at right there. These two projects right here, I think are going to be very big. I just still feel it, but not financial advice. And this one right here, if they don't get their what together, they're going to have issues. So again, please go like my other channel. I've been trying to work on that. Maybe I'm just exhausted. It was a long weekend doing a lot of video stuff for that channel. And you feel like you're spinning the wheels because 12 hours after I uploaded the video, I had 0 views on it. That was deflating also. Today has been a day. Today has been a day. So I still have to, it's 8:15 at night, and I still have to go edit this whole video to try to get it out for y'all, because I don't want it to really go on to Wednesday. So we're going to keep our chin up. We're going to keep chugging along, keep moving this stuff, and we'll see what happens. So I'll see y'all in the next video, which will be a lot more positive with giveaways. See y'all then.